CONSOLETRUTH here. You know, I wasn't going to make a video anymore on truth because of him going on, going off. Like President was saying, being the Brett Favre of YouTube, deciding to, you know, cower away and leave YouTube for a couple days and then come back, even though he keeps saying, I'm done, and then he keeps saying, well, my friends are telling me to come back, so I'm doing it. But, you know, his newest video he put up, it was earlier today, late last night, I don't know, something like that, got me thinking. I was originally going to make one video about the one where he was talking about the reasons for saying this is how it's going to be or whatever. But then I was like, you know what, fuck it, there's going to be enough shit on there, I'm not going to do anything. But then he posts up this YouTube high school bullshit. I mean, this dude's responsible for a lot of the bullshit and high school stuff he even talks about as far as acting and, you know, being childish and then taking shit way too far. He's been on there as well. You know, he's part of the problem as well. All of us are. You know, he's not immune to this. You know, he's not exempt from this, I should say. And the biggest thing, the biggest fucking hypocritical thing this motherfucker has said, and for those of you wondering, yeah, I know I'm not as big as him and a lot of the other people in this whole thing, but fuck it, you know what, this is YouTube, it's a net, everybody has the right to throw in their 2 cents, and you know, I'm throwing in 3, so what the fuck. But he says in the one video, the this is how it's going to be video, or whatever the fuck it's entitled, I don't know, I kind of, you know, fade in and out of consciousness when I'm listening to his videos, because just his voice annoys the fuck out of me, so sometimes I block him out. Anyway, he basically stated on the one that he was going to block all comments on his channel because he was following the Lamer Von Gamer school of thought, and that saying, well, you know, the only reason to have that on there is to have your ego stroked and have people agree with you and blah, 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 blah. First of all, that's just hiding the fact that you don't want to read the comments because they piss you off. That's all it is. You can't handle people saying shit about you, so instead of just letting it slide by and saying, fuck it, I'm not going to worry about it, you turn off all the comments. Okay? Because you're too much of a fucking pussy to even read them without getting pissed off and acting like a fucking little kid. Alright? Now, then all of a sudden, on this newest video, he comes back and says, well, at least in the description, something like that, I don't fucking remember. But it was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and let my friends comment because then we can foster a great discussion and blah, blah, whatever. So let me get this straight. You say you're originally taking off the comments because of this whole ego thing, saying that, well, its only purpose is to stroke my ego or to stroke someone's ego so you don't really need it. And then all of a sudden you're just letting your friends post. Now think about that for a second. What the fuck sounds wrong about that? All you people out there in YouTube land, are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking? You're saying you don't want it to be an ego stroke, but then you just let your friends, the people who agree with you, the people who have your back, the people who are on your side, the people who won't talk shit about you on your channel, the people who won't talk shit about you in your videos, you let them on. And all these motherfuckers pretty much agree with you, agree with everything you say, enjoy watching your videos, and you know why I'm pausing there? Giving you guys a second to think. What does that sound like to you? If anything sounds like a fucking ego stroke, only letting your friends, who you know are always going to agree with you, post on your videos and make comments, is stroking it, just stroking it, you know, stroking it up and down, man. I mean, you talk about you don't want it to stroke your ego. And I know this is just a little bit from that one video, but you say you took it off because it didn't serve a purpose other than that, and you felt like your ego didn't need to be stroked. But then you pull this bullshit where only the people who agree with you are the ones who are going to be able to post on your videos. Now, what the fuck is up with that? See, about, God, I want to say a year ago, give or take, I got into watching a lot of videos from religious people and non-religious people, atheists and also Christians or so-called Christians as well. Sorry about the shaking here, I'm trying something different. It involved people like the Amazing Atheist, Jesus Freak 777, and this one dude named Venom Fang X. Now this motherfucker, he definitely never followed the Bible with the turn the other cheek thing. If you said anything bad, even if you were nice in the comments, and you questioned anything, it's not like you questioned the thing on Genesis, because he was one of those people that are literalists when it comes to the Bible, that, you know, the earth is only 6,000 years old, plus or minus. And if you just post up a comment, which I did back then, saying, well, you know, how can you be sure that the days that God created earth are actual 24-hour literal days and not possibly millions of years? Because, of course, the sun and the stars or whatever, the way that we measure time now wasn't done until the third day. How can we be sure that the first 2 days didn't last for billions of years? And he blocked me from his fucking channel. Now, see, I was being nice. I was just being curious, trying to get his take on it. And I got blocked. This is the same fucking thing. Okay? Only people that agree with his fucking rhetoric and, you know, his Sony stroking and his Microsoft, oh my God, these guys are evil and fuck them, they make you pay for live and I'm too poor to, you know, pay for this even though I spent $600 on a fucking gaming console. It's the same damn thing. I mean, you're trying to say that you don't want your ego stroked or you don't think it needs to be, but then you just let people who agree with you post on your fucking videos? What the fuck, motherfucker? God, you know, if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know what the fuck is, man. You know? I really don't. You know what? I've talked enough on this, man. I just... The stupidity that goes on with people who have this attitude on their videos that they're somehow better than everybody else, or that they're somehow have some kind of grand thing that they're going on or whatever. Or they try to call people out and they say, well, I'm above all this high school bullshit, and then you're doing the same fucking thing. It's fucking hypocritical, man. I will say, though, just between you and me, if you're watching this truth, I'm actually kind of liking it. Because it's giving me shit to talk about, so I thank you for that. But beyond that, fuck you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you? Because you're a hypocritical motherfucker that goes against things that you say. One video you'll say one thing, another video you'll say another. Now, granted, I won't go as extreme as Zephyrnex saying that you should, you know, do a Chris Benoit. But while I wouldn't say that, while I wouldn't say you should do it or anybody would do it, you think I'd shed a tear if you did do that? Fuck no. Fuck no at all. Alright, that's it, man. Next video I'm going to put up is probably going to be over the weekend. I'm going to do another video like I did on Call of Duty 7. I'm just going to do a game news video, or going to try to, and I'm going to try to basically do one video where I'm doing shit like this against somebody, and then one video where I'm doing something industry related. So just from shit that I hear, whatever, just post my thoughts on stuff in general. So try to mix it up a little bit because I know this can get kind of stale. So stick with me, and hope you like the next video. Hopefully you like this one. If you do, cool. If you don't, that's cool. Feel free to say whatever you want down in the comment box. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to just let my friends post. Any motherfucker can post. I don't care if you're a subscriber or not. You know why? Because I don't take this shit seriously. And I said in another video, I'm wearing a fucking mask. That should be one clue. And on top of that, I don't get butthurt fucking easily either. I'm not going to go cry and whine and bitch and moan just because somebody said some shit about me that I didn't like. You guys have your own minds. If you get nothing else from my videos, know that everybody out there, you have your own mind. You can think the way you want to think. You can believe what you want to believe. You can follow whoever you want to follow, or just follow yourself. I'm not going to try to convince you to do one thing over another. I'm not going to say, you know what, listen to me or I'm going to block your ass. Or I'm not saying I'm going to say, listen to me or else you can't post on my videos. And I'm not saying you have to think the way I think. That's all there is to it.